Hi everybody and welcome to A Culinary Journey. I'm Luca and I'm going to take you on a great journey. Hey, I make all these fancy things on the show, and what I wanted to do was kind of bring it closer to home. And one of my favorite things in the world are burgers. Do you like burgers? Well, if you like burgers, you're going to love this show. We're going to make a chicken cordon bleu burger. It's actually going to be stuffed with the ham and cheese. You got to see this, it's incredible. They're going to do a turkey or a version on a gyro burger or gyro, however you like to pronounce that. Well, we're going to take a turkey instead of lamb and make this kind of Greek-inspired burger. And then finally, I'm going to make my favorite thing in the whole world. It's blue cheese, bacon, and mushrooms stuffed in a burger also. So we're going to do these great burgers, 3 in a row, right here on A Culinary Journey. And guess what? Your culinary journey on burgers starts now. Hey everybody, welcome back, and here we go, and we're going to start our culinary journey on burgers. That's right, talking about burgers. We're going to make a chicken, a turkey, and then the almost always popular beef burger. Well, we're going to start with our chicken burger. It's one of the easiest things to make. One thing I'm going to need is a grill pan. We're going to have our panini press here, and of course our mise en place, right? We have to get everything ready, everything together, so it's going to make it easier to use. I love great buns. That's a funny thing to say on TV, but I love great hamburger buns. In this case, I'm going to use ciabatta bun, and this is a ciabatta roll. You're going to love the way it tastes when you have it on a burger. It's as important as the meat is. We're going to do a chicken cordon bleu. Now, cordon bleu traditionally would be a chicken breast stuffed with ham and Swiss cheese with like this supreme sauce or this creamy sauce that goes over the top. We're going to take all those flavors and put them into the burger. So one of the most important things I need is my ground chicken. Now, ground chicken, what's great about it is you could get it ground for you if you want, or you could use ground turkey if you want to use that. But what I like about ground chicken, it's got a little bit of fat in it. This is a mixture of not only white meat, but dark meat, and then some of the fat that's on it, because I want to keep some of that fat on. It's great for a burger because it's going to cook out, and all that flavor is going to go right into what you want. This is one of the burgers that I'm going to cook all the way through. Later on, when we start talking about the beef burgers, I'm going to make that as rare as possible because that's the way I like it, and that's the way Lee likes it. So that's the way we're going to have it today. Anybody else? You could cook it any longer if you like. So what I'm just going to put in here, I'm going to season my meat. You never really want to have the chicken or the beef burger. You don't want to make that so it's unseasoned and you season on top. Get that seasoning and flavor inside. And what I'm going to do is some white pepper and sea salt. That's it, just a little white pepper. It's going to give it a little bit of a bite. And then I'm going to use a little Worcestershire sauce. Now, Worcestershire in itself adds some salt, adds a lot of flavor, and it's great in a burger, and adds some moisture to it. So we'll just kind of flip that around. And it's lightly seasoned. We'd really do anything crazy to it, but we season it. We don't have to add any eggs. We're going to cook it just like, or make it just like we would make a regular burger. And adding your seasonings into the burger, whether it's greens or parsley. Ooh, yeah, you know what? That's what I want to do. I want to put a little parsley in here too. Give it some color. So let's do that. We'll take a little bit of green parsley. So those of you who have been watching the show before, usually I know I have a guest, and today my guest is me because I like burgers and I didn't want to share them. I just have the crew that's going to get to watch and taste, but it's more important that I get to eat this first. So it's a little selfish today. Let's put some green in there, all right? Put some parsley in there. It'll get some nice moisture to it. All right, so get this out of the way. All right. See how that's mixing up nicely? I'm getting all these great flavors. So then what I want to do is take about that much of the burger, and we're going to put it right over here. And we're going to shape it. Now what I'm going to do is first get a ball going. Now these are not small. These are not for the weak at heart. You want to make sure you have a nice sized burger because we need to stuff it. All right, so we're going to just make a little indentation around there. Whoa, hey, poof. That was a magic show we just had. Hold on, I'm going to go over here and wash my hands real quick. And then we'll get to that, the rest of that burger right there, because I want to get the ham and cheese inside. All right, so I got that going. What I'm going to do is take some of this nice ham. Never thought you'd see a fire like that on the show. All right, so boom. We'll chop up. This is a fleur-de-lis ham. It's a roasted ham. You could use any type of ham that you like. I'm going to get that right in the center. And now you could stuff your burger with anything you like. You don't have to just do it with the ham and the Swiss. You could put mushrooms in here. We'll show you that later. I just like the stuffed burger because it's not quite as messy and it has a ton of flavor. So we're going to put the Swiss cheese in there too. All right? Sounds good so far? Yeah? At the same time, now I'm going to grab the rest of this. I'm going to put it on the top. Get another burger out of here. There we go. Oh, this thing's going to be huge. I love that. All right, let's get some of that off of there. And now we'll start patting it together again. And we'll get it on our pan. There we go. We got our sizzle going. Now remember, there's some fat in there. There's the chicken. It's all going to cook down a little bit. It's going to seal itself around the ham and cheese. We'll get that going. So that's our first step, right? So we got the burger going. Next thing we want to do is get our bun prepared. And here's the easy part. What I'm going to do is take this bun and cut it in half. When I use a serrated knife, that works better. There you go. All right, get that bun, cut it in half. And we're going to get it on our panini press, which is right over here. Because really all I want to do is warm up the bun and get that cooking. So now we got this burger going. We had our seasoning in there. And we're just going to need to give it a couple minutes. And now what I'm going to do is when I come back, we're going to let that finish cooking. I'm going to come back, get everything we got ready for our turkey burger. Do the same thing with our turkey burger and also make a dressing for that while this is cooking. So don't go away. This is cooking. Turkey burger next with the Greek inspiration. Don't forget to wait for that beef burger. That's going to be stuffed with mushrooms, bacon, and blue cheese. Ooh, don't go away because we'll be back in a culinary minute. Hey everybody, we're back and we're cooking chicken burgers. We also have some bread on the grill I want to take off real quick. Let's get our ciabatta bread off the grill. That means we warmed it up a little bit and we're going to get that ready in a second. Now we're going to also make our turkey burgers. So the chicken burgers are cooking. Get a load of this. Flipped one over, started the second one. Got the nice lines. I'm letting the chicken cook all the way through right here on the grill pan. It's probably going to finish all the way through on the grill pan, so I don't have to put it in the oven. But if you're concerned, you could always put them in the oven. Don't want them to dry out too much. You want to be careful. And you're going to get all that melted Swiss and ham in there. Remember all that? So that's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to get these over here. Next thing we're going to do is a Greek-inspired dish. And it's going to have some great flavor because what we're going to do is take turkey. It's going to be lower in fat. We're going to take turkey. We're going to give it a Greek flavor where we're going to actually add into it tomatoes and red onions. And then we're going to make just a sour cream with some mint and some dill. So you're going to have those kind of flavors on there also. So let's get started with our turkey. There's our turkey. Once again, white pepper. Once again, a little salt. Let's put a little cayenne pepper in there. Give it some flavor. I'm going to cut up a tomato. Let me get this off of here for the time being. Cut up a tomato, dice it fine. Now, one of the things, let me show you on here, because we haven't put our turkey on here yet, really. So one of the things about I like to do with the tomato is you don't need all that liquid inside, right? Or you don't need all that inside. So basically, I'm just going to cut that out, reserve that for when I make my tomato sauce. This stuff is great. The inside of this, amazing when you make your tomato sauce. Even if you have using a canned product, add these in. Freeze them and add them in later on. Don't waste them. They don't need to go bye-bye. What they need to do is be used somewhere else. So what we're going to do is just going to take this down. I don't need those pits for here, but the sauce will be nice. And I'm going to julienne first. Let's julienne cut all of these first. And then from a julienne, here you guys are getting a lot of information today, a lot of teaching skills here. From a julienne, I'm going to do a brunoise. And brunoise is just a French term for really small dice. Because I don't want them like popping out of the burger. I just want this small dice of tomato into my Greek turkey burger. All right, let me flip over this chicken burger before it goes too far. This one here. This one's got to be nice and brown. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited about this show. You guys don't know. I've been thinking about it all week. All right, we'll put our tomato in. And then we're going to do the same thing with the red onion, right? So we got our tomato. Let's put this. Slide this over here, so we'll save it for another time. And let's get our red onion in. We'll do the same thing. This is a little easier. This is something you've probably seen before when you talk about doing a julienne or a brunoise, is you cut down, let's see, let's make sure we get all that skin off. So you cut down all the sides, right? Then you cut right through the middle. You make like 3 slices like that. Cut down, straight through. You've all done this at home, right? And then, by following a guide hand, cut down, you get these really small dices of red onion. We don't need too much, we just need that much. We'll save the rest for later. Okay, good? You're all following along? Because this is the most fun I've had in a long time making burgers. All right, so move that over to the side for another time. And voila, let's get back to mixing. So let's mix in our turkey burger. And again, really what I'm using is turkey thighs. Dark meat turkey just goes a long way into making a great burger. And we're going to shape them a little bit differently. Really don't have to do too much. We have this, you saw we put the salt, pepper, a little bit of that cayenne in there. We're going to shape them different because we're going to actually serve these in a wrap. Well, you wait. It's going to be so much fun. So here's our turkey burger in a wrap. It's going to look like a little mini meatloaf. All right? There we go. Onions, tomatoes, cayenne pepper, and we get our turkey on the bun. Make a couple of those. We have a lot of these wraps. We'll make a whole bunch of these. And just think, if you just wanted to even have like this little burger party, right? You say, you know, I want to have a party and I want to invite some friends over and we want to do something different. Maybe we'll do some burgers, or you're watching a game or what have you. These are so easy to make, and what's great about turkey and chicken burgers, you can actually make them in advance and reheat them because you don't have to worry about temperatures on the inside. Let's move you over there. Okay, you're good there. We got our chickens there. Let me, once again, go over here real quick. Get a little wash up. God, I feel like Rachel Ray today. This is the most I've ever been to this. Okay, we got a 30-minute show. We got to get it going. All right, so we did our turkeys. Now we're going to do our sauce. Now, one thing with the chicken burger, we're actually not going to make a sauce. With the turkey burger, I want to actually create a sauce that's going to go on our wraps. So what we're going to do is take a little bit of sour cream, right? We're going to bring in some of those same flavors we had before. Cayenne, white, and salt. We're going to chop up some fresh mint, because when you think about gyro, you think about mint, and you think about mint and dill. So we're going to have those 2 flavors in here. So let's chop up some fresh mint. There we go. Oh, it smells so good. And then our dill. And there we go. So we got those going. So we have our turkey burgers working. We have our chicken burgers working. We have our little sauce here. We're going to put some roasted peppers in there also. Chop up a roasted pepper. There you go. Give the sauce some color. We have heat. We have really nice flavors. We have color. We have everything we need. We're going to get our 2 buns together. Get this for our chicken. And we'll get our lavash wrap ready for our turkey burger. All right, so we got those all ready. Burgers are cooking. The chicken burger's almost done. When we come back, we'll actually taste that one. You know what? We're not going anywhere. We're going to taste it right now. Let's get this on here. You see how great this comes out. Oh, look at that. Juicy, decadent. Because we got to taste our turkey burger later. And you can see right there, you got a good shot of that, guys? You got the ham and the cheese in the middle. You got the chicken and the flavor on the outside. And I'm going to town on this one. I told you the show was about burgers and about me because I'm going to eat it all. So I'm going to enjoy this We're going to flip our turkey burgers when we come back. We'll make the coolest wrap you've ever seen with a burger in it. And then, piece de resistance, drum roll please, we're going to be making a blue cheeseburger stuffed from the inside with some mushrooms and bacon. Can't go wrong. So don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, so make sure you follow along because we just lost 2 burgers out of nowhere, and I just made 2 chicken burgers, right? And they're gone. Everybody loved them. We're making a turkey burger, Greek-inspired, but you need to follow along because I'm going to be jumping back and forth a little bit. And what I'm doing right now is I'm taking some bacon, which I'm going to put into a pan. This is a Silver Star pan that's really amazing because I don't have to add anything to it except for the bacon, because I'm going to use all the bacon fat, right? I'm going to render down that bacon into what we call pretty much lardons, which are little batons of bacon, right? We're going to get all that in there. You see all that fat that's on there? Well, that bacon fat is going to be my catalyst to put everything else together. So we're making a blue cheeseburger with bacon. Hey, you know when you like pile it all up onto the burger and it gets really messy? Well, that's not going to happen today because we're going to do everything inside. So we got that in there. We're going to add a little salt to that because by adding the salt to the bacon and the heat, the salt's actually going to extract water or moisture out. And in this case, it's going to break down the fat, which is pretty cool. Let me get over here and get something I could mix this around with. Yeah, something, anything? How about that? We'll get our bacon cooking now. Once we start rendering our bacon fat, that's when we'll get to all the good stuff inside the burger. All right? So this is the inside of our burger. We're actually cooking it because it's not going to get cooked on the inside. Now remember I said be careful because we're going to be bouncing back and forth. Here we go. I'm going to start making my turkey burger because I want to make sure you see what that looks like. So we have this kind of fake tzatziki because tzatziki traditionally is a Greek yogurt sauce. And a tzatziki would have the yogurt, then it would have the dill, it would also have some cucumbers. Well, I got some friends that are coming over today that don't like cucumbers, so I made it this way. Then I'm going to rip up some baby spinach in there. The only other thing that you'd make on here that would be really cool, maybe some feta cheese if you have. And that could always be a nice thing, but this is perfect the way it is. Get one of our turkey burgers that are cooked all the way through. Once again, turkey burger doesn't need to be cooked all the way on the grill. You can actually cook it a little bit in the oven, and you can preheat them. So then we're going to take this lavash bread, we're going to fold it over, we're going to bring it over here onto our grill. We're going to let that grill down. So that's one. Let's get a second one going. Same thing. We'll get the rest of our roasted pepper, dill, and mint, right, with our sour cream. Yummy, yummy. We'll put some more spinach on there. And then we'll get this one. Oh, good. This one's perfect. We'll fold it up like a little blanket. Okay. Fold it over again. Tuck the sides in. Put it to bed. And let's cook it up. So it's like a little blend between a gyro and a burrito, but you know, don't tell anybody that. This is gonna be good. So let's go back over here. See our bacon starting to cook down, right? It's starting to render. Well, as that's rendering, what I'm going to bring into the party is the mushrooms and all the other flavors we want to put in. So let's let that crisp up. There you go. Let's bring some mushrooms to the party. And here we got shiitake mushrooms. If you're a fan of the show, and I know you are, you always knew that shiitake is one of my favorite mushrooms. I love the way they cook, the way they taste. It's an Asian mushroom. It's got some great flavor. It's delicate yet robust. It's an oxymoron in and of itself, and it's absolutely wonderful. There you go, and then we're going to put some red onion in there. So we're going to basically do the same type of cut. Ooh, let's take the skin off. That works well. See, don't do that at home. You want to make sure you take the skin off, cut right into it. There you go. Sides down. Well, wash your hands. And we're going to soften up and actually break down the onions just a little bit. Here's a cool thing about onions, or here's a thing that happens with onions. When you put raw onions on a burger or in your salad, you ever notice sometimes it's a little too strong? Well, it means that the onions are a little bit older. So to get rid of that really strong, almost bitter flavor, you cook them down a little bit. And if you cook them down, you'll take away that strong, bitter flavor, but you get the nice mellowness and the great flavor of an onion. And that's what we're doing to stick inside of our burgers. All right, no oil in here, right, guys? There's no oil. The moisture is all coming from the bacon. The mushrooms are sauteing down. We're going to season it with a little white pepper, a little sea salt, a little bit of granulated garlic. That gives it some great flavor too. So we'll just get that all together. There we go. All right, so final step is actually making our burger. Remember, we season ahead of time. We don't just throw a burger in there with no seasonings, and we don't try and season it on top of it. We'll get the same kind of flavors we had going into the mushrooms. We're putting into the burger with what? Worcestershire sauce. I'll try a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. All right, so we got that. Let's mix that up while our filling's going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get these two burgers on the grill. Right, I'm going to make two of these real quick. Get them on the grill. We'll get our turkey burger, and check that out because you're going to love this. And then when we come back, we'll have our regular burger done. And it'll be absolutely wonderful. Again, this is a great ground beef that you get right at your local stores. Here you go. That's about... So if you think that's a right size for you, right? Yeah, that's a good size. Well, we're going to double that because we want to stuff this burger. Because I'm absolutely crazy when it comes to the size of the burgers. All right, so let's stuff it. Let's make a little indentation, right? Let's get a little bit of blue cheese in there. Ooh. I get too excited about this. All right, let's get a little bacon and mushroom mixture. A little bit of that inside of the burger. Okay, is anybody just going crazy right now? Do you want to break through your TV set and have some of this? Yes, you do, because I can't wait. I almost want to eat it right now. And I'm making, oh, look at the size of this thing. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, I told you it wasn't for the faint of heart, right? Okay, if you came to this show looking for a lean cuisine, not happening. This is all about fun and big and, oh, I'm sorry. I get too excited again. Let's get this back on. Let's make sure this is on. All right, we'll just get it going on there. Still warm from when we made our turkey burgers. And then all that fat and everything. What we're going to do, too, is to make sure it doesn't stick. Remember I said the salt will bring out some of it? We haven't had to add anything like a spray or an oil to this because the fat's in the meat. So let's let it do the work for us, right? And that's what we're going to do. So let's make that second burger. This one is for the crew. This one is for you-know-who. I do rhymes on this show, too. It's kind of cheesy, but it's all about the cheese and the burger and the food and life in general. All right, so we'll get this in there. A little extra cheese in the middle. That's what I like. Oh, we got this beautiful toastiness and yumminess. There you go. Get on top. Fall out a little bit. That's good. I'll get to you in a second. And let's put the top on. This one might be a little bit big. I think I might have went ahead and outdid myself this time. But did you notice, though, when we cut into the chicken burger, you thought it was a really huge burger? It cooked down. Once again, some of this is going to cook down on us, so we don't have to worry. So let's get that on. All right, so we got our two burgers going. Heck, you know, let's try this out. We need to come over here and taste this amazing combination we did over here. Come on, baby. You come to me. You stay here for a little bit more, and we'll show you off, all right? So, turkey burger, right? On. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at that. Beautiful turkey burger. We have the lettuce. We have all those great flavors. I'm going to enjoy this. This is going to cook. We are going to come back and finish the most amazing stuffed burger of all time. 25 pounds of meat, searing with 400 vegetables. You got it. It's going crazy. So come back, if you dare, and check out this burger that I'm going to show you in a minute. In the meantime, bon appetit. See you in a culinary minute. Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you're having as much fun as we are, because we're actually exhausted after this show. Between the burgers and the mammoth burger that feeds a family of 4, right over there that's working on that side. Listen, I'm going to take this off. The great thing about this, I don't have to worry about being cooked all the way through. I like it rare. One of the things you have to worry about when you're cooking a burger that is stuffed is that you're not going to actually get the temperature you always want. But hopefully it works from the inside out. If you melted enough of the cheese inside, and with something this big, you never know. But if you melted enough of the cheese inside, you actually should get some moisture even if you've overcooked it a little bit. So don't worry about it. So we're going to go back to, remember we talked about that ciabatta bread that we really liked? So I got those back on here. This one might need a whole loaf of bread maybe, like a big one. So we're just going to get our... That's just too funny. Look at that thing. That's, I tell you, I don't know. I'm so excited right now. Let's see what we did on the inside. Tension mounts. Well, goodbye everybody. I don't think you want to see this because I am going to eat it all by myself, but I shall show you. If you want the perfectly rare burger with blue cheese and everything in there, you will be very happy with this one. If you want it cooked a little more, please do. You can finish it off in the oven the same way as the other one. This is exactly the way I would eat it. Sorry, Mom, I still eat rare burgers. I can't do anything about it. It's just what I love to do. So I got myself a great rare burger here. We'll let that cook a little bit for the 40 people that are on our crew, and they'll be able to eat all that. And we'll need a couple of loaves of bread, like I said. But there it goes. That's the end of burgers. Burger, burger, burger. You could do it different ways, different styles. You could use different bread. Hey, you could have so much fun with burgers. And remember, a burger party at home could go really quickly from a chicken to a turkey. You could even do beef burgers. If you don't want to deal with the beef burger, just call me and I'll come over and help you with that one. I'm Luca Paris. It's over. I'm going home after this. I might have to take a nap after this. But I want to thank you for coming on our culinary journey, and I'll see you next time on our culinary journey. Bye-bye. Oh.